You have tried everything to connect with your autistic child, but nothing worked. The reason is deeper than behavior. Hi and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a deeply sensitive and often overlooked topic, which is building an emotional connection with your autistic child. As a behavior analyst who has worked with hundreds of autistic children, I often hear from parents who feel disconnected or express that their child doesn't respond to them emotionally. And this experience is more common than you might think. And in this video, we're going to unpack why that happens and what you can do about it. In 2012, Dr. Damian Milton, an autistic sociologist, introduced this idea, and it is called the double empathy problem. Once you understand it, everything about your autistic child will start to make more sense. It challenges the old belief that autistic people lack empathy, and instead it says when two people experience the world very differently, both sides may struggle to understand each other. And this isn't a one-way disconnect. It is mutual. Autistic and neurotypical kids often have different communication styles, emotional patterns, and expectations. And not because one person is broken, but because their brains are wired differently. So let's break it down. When it comes to verbal communication, neurotypical parents are usually expressive. They use tone, body language, and indirect cues. Autistic children, on the other hand, may be very direct, literal, or sometimes nonverbal. So when a parent says you are okay to comfort the child might hear ignore what you're feeling. And in picking up social signals, neurotypical kids might make eye contact, ask questions, and engage in back and forth talk. Autistic kids might rip lines from shows or avoid eye contact or walk away when they feel overwhelmed. But in all, what you will realize is that both are trying to connect. They're just not speaking the same social language. If this is making sense so far, and if you are starting to understand your child better, pause here and tap the like button. Subscribe if you want more ways to truly understand your autistic child. I make these videos weekly to help you connect, not just correct. Emotional cues are another area where this is seen. One child hugs and another shows love by handling you their favorite toy. One laughs with eye contact, another flaps their hands with joy. If we expect only one way of showing connection, we miss all the other ways. It's already happening. Let me give you a few examples of how this plays out in daily life. When your child repeats lines from a cartoon, you think they're not talking to me, but what it might mean is they are using familiar words to connect in the safest way they know how. When you think they're not listening because they don't make eye contact, what it simply means is eye contact is too overwhelming and they are focusing better without it. When an autistic child is walking away, you might think they are being rude, but what it might mean is they are trying to regulate before they explode. Just give them some time. In the case of a meltdown after fun, you think they just had a great time. Why are they being so ungrateful? But what it might mean is they were overstimulated and they're held it in. Now they are releasing it. Another common one is when they are refusing food and you might be thinking they're just being picky. However, what it might mean is that the texture, the smell, or color might be triggering a genuine sensory reaction in them. What creates connection is curiosity, not really correction. Try replacing how do I stop it with what is it telling me. Let's practice. When your autistic child covers their ears, your response shouldn't be stop that. It's rude. Your new response should be, is this too loud for you? When they are running away, instead of saying, come back here, what you should say instead is, what made you need to leave the room? When it comes to staying silent, don't start with, say something. Instead, ask them, do you need a little time before you join? And when screaming happens a lot, your response shouldn't be, use your words. It should be, something feels hard right now. How can I help you? And you should always pause and watch. Describe what you see. Say things like, I noticed you left the music room. Was it too loud? Want to sit with me for a bit? Or What would help your body feel safe right now? The more descriptive and curious we become, the more trust we build. And one of the things that will help you is a mindset shift that changes it all. After watching this video, you can no longer think, I need to teach my child to act normally so they can fit in. Your new mindset should be, my child is doing their best and I want to understand their world so we can connect. And when we shift from control to connection, everything softens. Power struggles decrease and cooperation increases. Your job is to learn their language, not to fix who they are, but to finally understand how they love, ask for help, and stay safe in a world that often misunderstands them. If this video gave you a new way to see your autistic child, even for a moment, hit the like button so parents can find it. My name is Ha, and I am a behavior analyst, and I make videos every week to help you go beyond behavior and build real connection with your autistic child. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. You are not alone, and neither is your child.